Hi, Sandy here. So, I've been working the last couple of weeks deep cleaning my whole house and all my cluttered shelves and all my collections. I just have so much stuff, it's ridiculous. And we've worked our way to the family room. We did the kitchen, bathroom, half bathroom, living room, dining room, stairs, entryway, my daughter's room and my bedroom, and now we're ready to do the family room. Almost 10 years ago, there was a window right here, just a window, and it looked out over our single car attached garage. And for 5 years, I dreamed of my new addition. Then we tore down the garage and built the garage too wide and too deep with storage on the back, so it's like 20 by 40. And then upstairs is our family room. We knocked out the window and we have a door here. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of the family room before we cleaned it. And this is going to be a long video because it's a huge room. I had stuff that was in the basement for years, and I've got places to display it, and I just keep on collecting things, and it's out of control. I'm very organized. I'm very, very organized, and I'll show you some of my collections. For now, I'm just going to give you a very brief tour of the room, and then as I clean each section, I will give you a thorough look at my displays. What was I going to say? Well, I'm going to just start the tour. So here's the family room. There's our sofa. And we collect Mickey Mouse, and I painted this table red. It always looks orange on my camera, but it's red. Here's some of my Mickey Mouse display. I just recently dusted these about a month ago, I think, so I think I might skip dusting these Mickeys, but everything else needs to be dusted, and I've been wiping down all the wood with Murphy's oil soap, so I need to do this cabinet. So there's the family room area, and then directly behind the family room I have this old table that was my late husband's grandmother's. It's been in the family for 50 years, and I recovered the chairs because they were very worn out. Mickey Mouse fabric, of course. And I worked at a soda fountain at a drugstore for 10 years, from 1978 to 88, and then I worked in the store for another 10 years. So I like soda fountain things, diner things, 50s things. So there's that, and I just recently did this a few days ago. So all of that is dusted. Got those cabinets wiped down with Murphy's oil soap. We keep games and puzzles in here. We have too much stuff, too much. So this is our little game area. We play games, and I do my scrapbooking here, and we have snacks here. We do eat in the dining room, but sometimes we eat lunch here. So then, when I have very little wall space, so I've got what little Pepsi stuff I have. I like Pepsi better than Coke. I have this little refrigerator. I actually unplugged it. We don't keep snacks in there anymore, but we quit drinking pop. But it still works. It's from like 1985. It's just a cool little refrigerator. It looks like a safe. Antique sewing machine, a reproduction style record player. Doesn't work. And I've got this very old. Oh, I was going to give you a tour later. But anyway, I got that. And then we collect Mickey Mouse, our M&M stuff. I got to dust that. And then when my daughter was younger, I liked to read to her. Since preschool, I read to her a lot. I read, and I collected books from thrift shops. And all of this is her books. We need to dust that. And then we've got some Barbies that she has collected. And for like 40 years, I haven't collected anything the last 20 years, I collected Avon bottles. Yes, Avon bottles. And I have like 600 of them. They're going to get dusted today. That's going to be my next thing I dust. So there's the Avon. And then we collect movies. I really should sell them, just get rid of them. We don't really watch them very much, but sometimes you just want to watch a certain movie, and we've got it, and we can watch it if we want. So I got like 10 shelves of movies to dust. And then I designed this room to hold all this stuff. And then I do my scrapbooking, and I miss it so much. This month I've been working really hard trying to get this house cleaned up. So I haven't had much time for scrapbooking, but I'm going to get back to it. This is 17 years of scrapbooking. And then I read a lot. I've got like 1,000 books here. I like to collect authors and read everything they have. I'm working on Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys now. I never read them when I was younger. And I'm reading a lot of Alex Cross, James Patterson. And I've got over 200 Gothic romance books. I have no room anymore to display them standing up, so I had to double them up on the shelves. So there's Gothic romance, Stephen King, Dean Koontz, various other books. More Dean Koontz and Stephen King, and overflowed the shelves. Janet Ivanovich, I started reading her a few years ago, and I'm caught up with her. Oh, I love Janet Ivanovich. Carol Higgins Clark and Mary Higgins Clark. Agatha Christie. There's like 90 Agatha Christies. Irma Bombeck, Lillian Jackson Braun, which is the Cat Who series. Richard Castle from Castle, the TV show. Taylor Caldwell. V.C. Andrews. I read like 3 of those series. I don't read those anymore. So, there's my books. And then, like for 40 years, and not the last 20 though, I collected cats. And I had 1,000 cats. 1,000. And they are dusty. So I will be dusting all of these cats today, soon. And then, this is our office area. This is our multi-purpose area. We do everything here. Here's some more Mickey Mouse stuff. I collect a few old cameras. This is an antique table that my dad's cousin built like 100 years ago. That's my husband's desk. This is my scrapbooking center, my office. This is my area. And my daughter don't want to be in the camera, so she's scooting back. And the opposite side of the room is my daughter's side. She likes butterflies. We'll be doing all of this at deep cleaning. There's some craft supplies in those drawers. And then a roll top desk. My brother David lives with us, and so this is his area right here. There's more Minnie Mouse collection I have, and picture frames, and so we're gonna dust everything. Like 3 or 4 years ago, I took a week of vacation, and I spent 4 days, all day, all evening, gave this room a deep cleaning. Normally, I just do an area at a time, and then never really get it finished. But we're going to spend this whole weekend and into Monday and Tuesday if I have to, and I'm going to try to get this done. And I still have to do, back there is my sunroom and my guest room, and those 2 rooms are kind of dump rooms. Things start getting dumped in there, so I'm going to try to clear that up a little bit. I need to do the laundry room in the basement and the basement main area, and boy, that has really got dumped on. I try to be organized, but I'm getting my dump room. So there's my family room. This is going to be a long video and a lot of cleaning. Oh, before I go, I'm going to give you a good look at my Coca-Cola stuff. Mostly Pepsi. Well, mostly Coca-Cola. This is where we keep our snacks. I think I need to get on a chair. Well, so I like Pepsi the best, and I've got this stuff. And then I like the 50s stuff. There's some a soda fountain, banana split, and sundae, malt dishes. That's a cookie jar that looks like a Coca-Cola dispenser. Some Coke bottles and Coke glasses. I have a soda fountain hat. I have an antique malt machine from when I used to work at the drugstore. Of course, this is reproduction, a little jukebox. And then I've got a bunch of Coke trays. I don't know how valuable they are. Some of them, I know the square one is not old. But a couple of them might be kind of old and worth something. Not a lot. So I'm going to step up on the chair. And there's more more Pepsi stuff. I have these old radios, Panasonic radios from the early 80s, late 70s, 80s. The late 70s actually. And then I've got this stuff, Pepsi, Diner. There's a napkin holder. Those are M&M dispensers, but I think they look cool with the 50s theme. That's a mortar and pestle from the drugstore. I have two antique radios and an antique clock. I don't plug them in. I think I did try them, but I'm worried about them catching on fire. They're so old. And I got a gumball machine, some old pop bottles. This is a toy cash register, but when I worked at the soda fountain, we had an old cash register that this reminds me of. And there's Coca-Cola glasses and just some things. And I have a Minnie Mouse, 50s Minnie Mouse, Mickey and Minnie at the soda fountain. A Mickey Mouse 6-pack of Coke. That's like 10 years old. And then I got a Diner sign. And we're almost done. I gotta step on another chair. I'm only 5'1". Okay. So there's an old Coke box and a drive-in tin, Coke stuff, Coke tins, Coke. Coke's a lot easier to find than Pepsi. There's the Coca-Cola teddy bear. And then 50s style, I got the glare, Mickey and Minnie dancing in a 50s restaurant. Minnie and Daisy at the soda fountain. Goofy working at the soda fountain. And then this little Coca-Cola, I think it's a trivet. So that's my beginning of my tour, my 50s area. So we'll get back to you after I get some more cleaned. Okay, I got my living room area done. It didn't seem that dirty, but it sure seems a lot brighter to me. I cleaned the ceiling fan. I did not dust this shelf because, like I said, it had been recently done. But this shelf was not, so we took everything down and dusted all of this. And cleaned behind the TV really good and all that, you know. And wiped down the woodworking cabinets with Murphy's oil soap. Wiped down my little table. And wiped down this area of the floor on my hands and knees, because you mop every week, but then along the edges it builds up a little bit. Not that I saw much, but I know it's clean now. So I'll show you my collection. This wood trim up here, I have stuffed Mickeys and Minnies and Donalds and Goofies and Plutos. I had that crown molding completely packed with stuffed animals. That plus all of that to those shelves. And I decided it's just too much. So, like several months ago, I took it all down and packed it away. So I packed away all the stuffed Mickeys, but I had a lot more stuff. So, here I'm going to show you my Mickey collection, some of it. There's a cookie jar there in the middle. Oh, got things a little moved around there. I have this. There's another cookie jar. That's a red, white, and blue thing is a bubble blower. There was a mini. This is a vase. That's a cookie jar. There's two cookie jars, and this is kind of rubbery. It's like a bank, maybe. And there's 3 cookie jars. And here's some of my collection. There's a Mickey golf game. I have a Mickey pinball game there, a little pinball game. A Mickey Magician. I got 2 of those, 2 different ones. And then I have 6 Mickey and Minnie telephones. And I also have over here, I have a Goofy telephone and a Goofy jar, Goofy cookie jar. So there's more Mickey stuff right here on the table. And I have a Minnie Mouse right there in the high chair. That's my daughter's high chair. When she was a baby, we bought it from an antique store and refinished it. And she's 17 now, but we're keeping it. And then up here, oh, I need to get a chair. Hold on. A little bit dark up here. But the 2 on the ends are teapots, Mickey and Minnie teapots, then gumball machines and a bank in the middle. And the little Minnie is a creamer. And then these are all clocks on this shelf. Oh, and little mini gumballs and machines in the corners. I got a Mickey and a Minnie back scratcher. These are all snow globes. And then more clocks and another snow globe. And all snow globes. The ones in the front row are all from JCPenney, the ones they give away every year. And 3 of them got broke, but I keep them so that I know which ones I need to keep my eye open for to replace them. So I've got, these are all Mickey and Minnie snow globes. And then I have cars here. So that's just part of my Mickey and Minnie collection. There's more in the office area, and you'll see that when we get that area cleaned. Okay, I finally finished cleaning both of my library halls, and my office, the family room area is done. I'm going to give you the grand tour. There's the other library hall. Okay, so I dusted my M&Ms. Ended up with an extra shelf to display them on. I had some inside that backpack up there. So I took those out. Now I can display them. So that's the M&M collection. And then I had these Mickeys on the other side of the room above my scrapbooks, and I moved them over here. Because the books were all filling these shelves, and we sorted through them and got rid of some. Gonna get rid of some. So we have a little bit more space. So this shelf, this shelf, this shelf, and this shelf, 4 shelves. I just put them back on this shelf, and I'm going to donate them to the library or someplace. I'm going to donate all of these books. They're kids' books. And then my daughter helped me go through her books. Such memories. She saved a few of her favorite coloring books. She collects the Magic School Bus books. We got all those. She's got poetry books and joke books. She's got a lot of science books about sea life, animals, bugs, humans, weather, solar system, science, just all kinds of things about science. And then, climbing up and down my ladder, we have a large collection of Dr. Seuss books. They're pretty old, but I'm saving them for my grandchild. Yeah, that's the very thing a hoarder would say. And then we've got some princess books and holiday books for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Valentine's Day. And we got a bunch of readers here. We've got some Dick, Jane, and Sally books. She likes books about dogs, how to train your dogs, all about dogs. And these two shelves are the children's books that we saved. We've got the Franklin. There's Franklin, the turtle, you know, Franklin. 5 monkeys jumping on the bed. We've got Crosby Bonsall. We've got all kinds of stuff. We've got Curious George. We've got this dog. So these will all be for my future grandchild. Yes, that's what a hoarder would do. We got a great collection of Sid Hoff books, Danny and the Dinosaur and stuff. Froggy boy. And Amelia Bedelia. Those are her children's books that she wanted to save. This whole shelf is all American Girl magazines and books and the storybooks. And then these are some girls in history. And then these are a few extra things we had that we just put on this bottom shelf. Some flashcards and we have the Viewmaster with a Mickey Mouse Viewmaster. And then we're moving on. These are her teen books, the High School Musical. She collected the Hannah Montana books. You might read those. Hilary Duff. And then these are her girls' books about girls and how to have girl parties and things like that. And then Camp Rock and iCarly, That's So Raven. And we have some Look and Find books and some I Spy books. And then these are her chapter books that we're saving. We save a lot of series. Horrible Harry, Ready Freddy, Katie Kazoo, Switcheroo, Amazing Days of Abby Hayes, Paula Danziger, Roald Dahl, the Bailey School Kids, and some other books written by them. We have a lot of the Bailey School Kids, the whole series. I collected the whole series. And Beverly Cleary. We love Beverly Cleary. Judy Blume. And then just some assorted books, chapter books to read. And Cam Jansen. And then this whole shelf is all Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys. And then up there we got the Arthur books by Mark Brown, Berenstain Bears, The Big Red Dog, Little Critter, oh we love the Little Critter, Rugrats and Scooby-Doo. And then we've got Judy Moody, Fancy Nancy, the Magic Treehouse series, Clementine, Junie B. Jones, Encyclopedia Brown, A to Z Mysteries, The Littles, Little House on the Prairie, and a bunch of books about dogs. And then we got some animal series, Animal Ark. There's Animal Ark, Puppy Tail, or McGraw, Puppy Patrol, Santa Paws, Puppy Place, Wishbone. These bring back a lot of memories, what we read together. We have an entire shelf of Barbie books and some Barbie movies, Barbie coloring books. We have an entire shelf of Mary-Kate and Ashley books and Mary-Kate and Ashley movies. And then we dusted the Barbies. Oh, and these books turned out to be a bigger ordeal than I planned. We ended up rearranging all the shelves and rearranging them and sorting, and it was a big ordeal. Okay, so here's the Barbie collection. We're having a little blizzard today. Here's they're just little Barbies, mostly. We have the big Barbies packed away. So here's our Barbie collection. We dusted them all. A lot of these come from McDonald's toys or Burger King or I don't know where. But we got them all at thrift shops and stuff because I didn't raise my child eating junk food. fast food restaurants. We did eat out at restaurants, but we didn't make it a habit to eat out at fast food restaurants. Not that we never did, but it's pretty rare. So, there's the Barbie collection. And now the Avon collection. I'm going to climb up the ladder. We dusted these, oh man, about 600 Avon, and they were dusty. Okay, I've got a few plates. There's a lot of plates. I don't have them. Very many of them. And then we've got all of these vases and lamps and candle holders and all kinds of, I think mostly bubble bath and things come in those. And we've got these human figures, the ladies and the girls and some boys, and these are all human figures on this shelf mostly. And some more human figures. This is going to be a long video because there is so much stuff in this room, and we've dusted all of it. This shelf is nothing but owls and birds. All Avon. Avon. This shelf is dogs and cats and mice and assorted animals. And this shelf is also assorted animals. It's a little bit dark in the corner, but I do my best. Okay, it's going to be dark down here. Oh, these are the men's things, cars. I got Volkswagens, Western things, lots of cars. And it's pretty interesting, the tools. There's a drill, a hammer, a hard hat, a wrench, a level, a screwdriver, a nut and bolt, faucet, oil can, spark plug, a fuse. And then down here, more cars and men's things, shaving things, cars. I got a trolley, various cars. There's a red gas pump. I'm sorry it's so dark down there. And then moving back up. Oh, and these are closet. You hang these in the closet, and they got waxy, smelly things in there to make your closet smell good. And so then back to the top shelf. Here's some more. There's some chess pieces. There's a whole line of those. That's all I have of those. And this, I forget what it's called, but there's a whole series of this red stuff. I don't have much of that. And Barbie came out with Avon came up with two Barbie dolls. We've got this one, Mrs. Albee, and this one, Mrs. Albee. This shelf is my favorite things. I've got this teddy bear, and I really don't think it's Avon. I had there for a while. I thought it was, but I don't think it is. But everything else is Avon. Got old telephones, just such pretty little things. And I got just ladies' dainty little things. That noises me sliding my ladder around. Excuse that. Yeah, about 600 of these things I dusted. And then I've got, that's a knot hole in the wood. Some of these are very, very old. These are very old. Not all of them are, but a lot of them are 20 or 30 years old. Well, 30 or 40 years old. Some are a lot older than that. These are my oldest things, some of them. This is the cologne lines. Remember Zany, Here's My Heart, Sweet Honesty, Lavender Sachet, Cotillion. This is old, I believe. That's Cotillion. Just a whole line of, well, not a whole line, but the fragrances. And then down here's more men's things. I've got a Viking ship, an airplane, just assorted things, a skidoo. A steamship. I got 2 guns. There's a lot of guns. A train. Assorted things. And then down here, more cars. Probably not going to see these very well. Usually when I upload things to the YouTube, they look a lot clearer. I don't know what they do to my videos, but they really fix them up nice for me. But I hope you can see that. I'm going to upload it anyway. I'm doing my best. Okay. Then Here's more Avon. Back to the top shelf. And then our movie collection. I got Anne of Green Gables. I found those at a thrift shop. A lot of these, well, I don't know. We got them new in thrift shops and garage sales. I really need to sell a lot of these. It's just out of control. So there's my movies. They're all in alphabetical order. I do have things organized. Okay, these are bells, Avon bells. This movie was not tall enough to hold the movie, so I put more Avon on it. And this is all Christmas things right here and snow things. And then down here, more movies and a few more Avon things. And more movies. And going back up to the top, this is the last shelf in this last section in this haul. So there's Avon. And movies. Movies. And movies. And then these are assorted things like car shows and comedy. And then these are movies that my father-in-law made of my daughter growing up and our wedding and stuff. And then here's the last shelf of Avon. And then this is just some miscellaneous stuff, some extra VHS movie things. And then down here are Christmas movies. Christmas movies and Christmas CDs. Okay, we're going to go around to the other hallway now. So I'll give you a wide shot of the scrapbooks. There's the scrapbooks. We took everything off the shelf and dusted them and dusted the shelves and put them back. So those are the scrapbooks. And I had Mickey Mouse stuff up here, but I moved my old cameras over here. Cameras, photos, scrapbooks, they kind of go together. This camera right here, my mother gave me when I was like 16, over 40 years ago. And I can't get the 126 film anymore. I can't get the flash tubes. I still got the box. I used it a lot when I was younger. Okay. So, I'm just going to show you my book collection. I've got these stuffed cats on the top, because I have the cats in this aisle. And then I've got all of these books stacked up like that. They're like from movie books and like Bad News Bears and Paper Moon, and I haven't read those books. I've read all of these hardback books up there. And I put new signs up here. I got V.C. Andrews, Irma Bombeck, Lillian Jackson Braun, Taylor Caldwell, and Richard Castle. And then I've got the whole series of Anne of Green Gables. I've read all of these. I've read all of these books. And all of the Mary Higgins Clark and her daughter. This one is all Agatha Christie. And I've written the names on the end so I can see. And I've gone through, and like the Perot, I numbered them in the order that they were published. And I've got them all organized. Okay, so here's Carol Higgins Clark, Mary Higgins Clark's daughter, her book series. And then these are all of Mary Higgins Clark's books. And then Janet Ivanovich, she does some series. I've got those numbers by series, different series. So there's Janet Ivanovich. And then the Stephen King, Dean Koontz Overflow, because I have so much of that. So that's where that goes. And Tabitha King, Stephen King's wife, wrote 3 books, and I have those. I read them decades ago. So then I have this entire shelf of Stephen King and an entire shelf of Dean Koontz. They're all in alphabetical order, all organized. James Patterson. I've read the Women's Club Murders series. I'm basically caught up with that so far. I'm working on the Alex Cross. I've read some other books, and I keep ordering these books from Amazon. I order paperback books, and they send me these big books, and they just don't stack very nicely. That book is almost full. And then these are assorted authors. I've read all of these. And then I have the 2 shelves of Gothic romance. Let's see. These are Gothic romance. They always have a woman with a fancy house in the back. I don't like regular romance, but I like Gothic romance because they're a mystery. And then here's my Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys. I just finished this one today. That's all of these I've shown you now I have read, except for those stacked books. These I'm working on reading. There's more Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. These are the books I'm working on reading. These are more Gothic romance that I want to read. Okay, and then these are like coffee table books and assorted things and lots of stuff. Just books that I have. And then I am crazy. I am such a hoarder. This is all Family Handyman and Popular Home Mechanics books, because I've done a lot of work on my previous houses and this house, and I enjoy working on homes and reading the magazines, and I've collected. I used to be subscribed to it, and I got a lot of garage sales, and I got some old books here about home improvement. I got my typewriter here, and I got some very old newspapers, some very old magazines, some of them from like the 30s and 40s, some old family Bibles. I'm into genealogy, so it all kind of comes my way. And then there's some more home improvement books and decorating books and just decorating and antiques. And then I have bags, tote bags and stuff in my 31 bag here. And then I got extra picture frames down here. And these are all empty binders that I use for organizing my scrapbooking supplies or whatever I need. This one's I'll make a scrapbook out of. I like the bigger ones for the scrapbooks. So that's all on my bookshelf. And then I'll start showing you my cats now. So I have like 1,000 cats, stuffed cats. And then these are all, a lot of these are vintage. There's salt and pepper shakers on this shelf. Mostly salt and pepper shakers. And these are like kitchen-y cats, all sorted cats, teapots. This one is my favorite, and I bought it and I dropped it, and I've had it like 30 years, and I glued it back together, and it's got a hole in it, but she's so cute. She's worthless, but if she was in mint condition, she'd be worth a lot of money. And I have teeny tiny cats. These are teeny tiny. This is about the size of a nickel right there. Okay. And these are, some of these are Avon cats. And there's some old Max Factor cats. And these are Christmas cats, Valentine's Day cats, and Halloween cats. And then there's some larger cats. And more cats. A little dark down there. Okay. More stuffed cats. And I've even got these hanging here on a ribbon. These are flat ornaments. And I've got cats hanging on a string down the edge of the shelf. Yes, I am a very serious hoarder. This is out of control. And more cats. I hope you're enjoying seeing my cats. It's got to be interesting to see so much stuff. More cats. These are erasers. Some of them are vintage, some of them are newer. I haven't added hardly anything in the last 20 years to my collection. I don't have any more room. I got little pewter cats. I've tried to organize them the best I can. Little brass cats. These are striped cats. This one's one of my favorites, that face, and this one's pretty cute too. It gets a little dark when I get down to the lower shelves, but I'm doing my best. This is one of my first cats. My first husband gave me that. He's deceased now, so it's kind of special to me. I got the Cheshire Cat. Okay, moving along. Back here's, oh, here's another row of cats on the ribbon. And then some more of those flat cats. And stuffed cats. I've got all of these cats. This is going to be a very long video. And these cats. Those are cats in shoes. These are my musical cats. I got Garfield. I've got wooden cats. There's Tom and Jerry. Sylvester, Felix. Oh, here is some more. A lot of these are magnets. So I've just put them on a ribbon between the shelves. Okay, these are cute little cats in hats and wearing clothes. Just adorable little cats. Cats in hats, cats wearing clothes. Okay. More cats. This is a cat on a vanity, that's why you see the mirror. And then down here, more cats. And the last section of cats. Here we go. On this top shelf, that's just all I have. It's a wooden cutout of cats. And then I've got these cats. And these. And I have a few hanging on the wall right there. On the back of the shelf. And then I've got these. And more cats, and there's stuff hanging on the back of the wall. And I am so crazy. I've got cat books. This bag is full of cat Christmas ornaments. I have saved my greeting cards that I've received for the last 40 years. This box is cards from me to my husband, and from my husband to me, and from my daughter and to my daughter. This is from family and friends for the holidays and birthdays. No, just the holidays. This is birthday cards from family and friends. This box and this bag are 40 years of organized Christmas cards that I've gotten in the last 40 years. That's just some serious hoarding going on. Okay. So I've got this table here. I use that for crafting, and I keep that down the hall, but I pulled it out for videotaping. Okay. So, this is above my husband's desk. He loves Mickey Mouse as much as I do. This is where the cameras were, and I moved them here. And I filled this shelf with Mickey and Minnie. And this shelf. And then this is his shelf where he keeps some photos and his desk stuff. He's got a Mickey Mouse tape dispenser and a pencil holder and stuff. And then there's his desk. We charge our phones over here and stuff, so that's a little bit of a mess. We have a Mickey Mouse lamp. There's his computer. Okay, you can see this. I've got a sign that says "Believe," wife, mom, boss. That's me. These are just some special things that I'm going to climb up here. I love Garfield and Odie. I've had those for years. That little doll has my name embroidered on her skirt. The teddy bear has my name on the tag. The gifts from my first husband. That's from when I graduated high school, got my GED. These are my scrapbooking supplies, ribbon and glue and stuff. Colored pencils, because we like to do adult coloring. This is all of my stickers and embellishments and tags and things that I decorate my scrapbook pages with. This is my colored paper and more colored paper and black and brown paper, multicolored paper. I didn't really clean this up. This is my scrapbooking supplies, my scraps and stickers and things. This is special paper for birthdays, holidays, things like that. I got paint. This is my craft area. Okay. And then I got this sign that says Sandy. I've had that for 40 years. And then my husband gave me that, I love you. And then I built this thing a long time ago to hold my sorted colors of paper. I love to make borders for my scrapbooking, and I save strips of paper. I've got just scrapbooking stuff here. I've got a Garfield telephone and a cat lamp and just some things up there. This is computer stuff and office stuff. This is my mom stuff. All those little teddy bears say mom or something on them. This is my radio and Mickey Mouse bookends and clock. This is right above my desk where I keep my desk things handy, my stapler, my tape. This is my current husband there and my first husband who died 20 years ago. Okay, I got my printer and my computer. Then I got things under here, computer paper, notebook paper, files. That's all scrapbooking magazines. That's some serious hoarding. And these are scrapbooking books. And just some extra office supplies. I keep my paper shredder here, only for paper because we recycle, and then my trash can here. And then I've got my filing cabinets for bookkeeping. And then my daughter's section, we've got across the top some storage containers. And then she collects Groovy Girl dolls. So we've got those. Yeah, she's got a huge collection of Groovy Girls dolls. And she loves butterflies. We've got butterflies flying over the top of the window on her side of the room. And we've got all of this. There's a Barbie calendar. And she likes Tinkerbell. So we've got this above her desk. And then we've got some notebooks and things because she's in high school. And books, you know. And then we've got books on art and drawing and stuff. And yes, I am such a serious hoarder. We saved all of her childhood artwork that she has done at home. And we made scrapbook pages out of them and filled these two big fat books. There's over 300, about 300 pages in there of those two books. And then we've got crayons here for her and a paper trimmer. And then her bank, we just filled it up. We moved all that into an ice cream container. We're going to go cash it in at the bank. This is her desktop. I made this pencil holder thing for her for pencils and pens and bookmarks, and I added these little drawers. There's erasers and pencil sharpeners. She's got her tape and stapler. She's got her Disney princess lamp. It's just too nice to get rid of. And then she's got her little things here. And more things here. There's her laptop. And we collect beads so we can make necklaces and stuff, and those drawers are full of beads. And then we've got craft supplies here. Just various things. Stamps, but I don't stamp much. Paint supplies. Just lots of things. And then I'm going to climb on the ladder now. I've got these Disney frames that we've collected. They're on the top shelf. And there's more of her things. And more frames. And more frames. And my husband's shoes. He's 57 years old. Those are the bronze shoes. And she's got a microscope and a globe and picture frames. And we're closing in on the end of this tour finally. And I collected these Minnie Mouse purple hat, red hat figurines, and they're so cute. And then this is my roll top desk. I almost tripped on the ladder there. And that's where my brother keeps his laptop. And I have this. This is my grandfather's watch. And he died in like 1945. And I have his watch. I think I forgot to show you my desktop. Well, and I've got this pencil holder thing that I made for scissors and my glue sticks and pens and markers and gel pens and just assorted things. It keeps it really tidy and organized. And there's my scissors. I still use those scissors, those scrapbooking scissors. I use them a lot. I like using them. So that's the grand tour. It's been a lot of cleaning. I've woke up to what a hoarder I am. It's out of control. I keep my scrapbooking stuff organized. I didn't have to do much work doing that, but okay, so there's the tour. I'll just pan around, and there's the family room. So this entire area is finally clean. And it's going to be a long video, and I hope you stick to it because I think it's very interesting. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Bye.